What is going on out there, peeps? All right, from time to time when I'm doing research on things that are related to the bullet point items on the NESARA GESARA list, not only will I come across something similar to what's on the list, I'll come across an article about debt forgiveness. And then I do my research into it, and then I find out, hey, there's some information that I can share with you guys that I think all of you would benefit from. That's this case here. So I'm going to go into an interview that I had that I think all of you could benefit from. So before we get started, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button because it helps us get past the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you're not a subscriber, please do so because when you do, it helps out the channel and I surely do appreciate that. A quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, an accountant, nor an attorney. The advice that I give is freely and of my own opinion. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings and their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right, gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. So head on over there now. You can actually own physical gold and silver. Go to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. And don't forget to use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y. If you spend more than $100, you will get a free half ounce of silver. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. And you guys know I have an alternative website where I post original content as well as other content that is banned from YouTube. It's $3 a month. All proceeds go to Finding Life's Purpose Foundation, and you have unlimited access. Be very careful of people out there trying to impersonate me. They're asking people to send them money. Don't fall for it. I will not ask you to go to WhatsApp, nor will I ask you to go to Telegram. And here's how you know if I'm the one responding to any of your comments. A person makes a comment. If I respond, you'll see a dark circle around my name. See that? From time to time, I will use material that is copywritten. Just so you know, I am exercising my fair use rights. And so I put this disclaimer on there just in case. Let's get back into the NESARA GESARA. Let's talk about debt forgiveness. And I'm going to play an interview that I had yesterday where there is an organization called Upsolve that I think all of you can benefit from. Many of you people brought this story to my attention. I wanted to follow up on it and see what I could do to bring the information to you directly. This is the story that I'm talking about. Student loans. California woman sees nearly $350,000 discharged in personal bankruptcy while serving as her own lawyer. Now that was remarkable to see, and I'll tell you why. I know a lot of people who have been trying to bankrupt student loan debt, and it is our understanding that if it's a guaranteed student loan, you can't get out of this. And this story is about a lady named Mis Loe. Well, I've reached out to Mis Loe, her and I talked, and unfortunately she wasn't able to join us today. I was able to get a hold of Mr. Rohan from Upsolve, and he was a gentleman that assisted her. Rohan, welcome.
Thank you for having me. We're very lucky at Upsolve to provide education and technology to Mis Loe to help her through the process.
There's this thing going around in the YouTube sphere about this thing called NESARA GESARA. One of the talking points in NESARA GESARA is debt forgiveness. People started posting on social media their personal experiences, like they had credit card debt just disappear, student loan debt just disappear. People were claiming that their debt had been removed. And I thought that's weird because my student loan, I had over $150,000 in student loans, and they were taking the money out religiously every month with no hassle. I never missed a payment. There was no problems. This went on for years. But I noticed that the money had not been taken out of my account in a couple of months, and I kept meaning to follow up on it, but I never did. So I went over to my credit report. Everybody that has followed my show knows this story. I went to my credit report and there was zero balance and it said that it was discharged. Now I know about credit. When I see the words discharged, that's usually what happens when something is bad, like you don't make payments or anything like that. And I thought, discharge, this is the Department of Education. It's off my credit report. There's no red mark, it's a green mark. I called the next day, I called the creditor and I said, hey, I want to follow up on my account. She pulled it up and she said, there's nothing there. It's zero balance. And I go, why? What happened to it? She goes, it's gone. It's paid off. So I told the people in the YouTube sphere the story. And then sure enough, everybody's like, look, NESARA GESARA is happening. I did my best to try to research and find out why some people's student loan disappeared. But at the same time, I want to offer them options if it can help them. When I saw Mrs. Loe's story, I did get a hold of her because the Yahoo News is very nice to go ahead and publish her personal information on the platform. She sent me over to you, and I understand that you guys were able to help her. Could Upsolve help any of my subscribers?
Of course, happy to chat with you. So Upsolve is a nonprofit that helps low-income families who can't afford legal fees file for bankruptcy on their own for free. A lot of people don't know what bankruptcy is, but Chapter 7 bankruptcy is a legal tool that allows folks, by and large, people who have faced financial shocks from losing their job or medical emergencies or divorce, relieve their debt. In particular, credit card debt, medical debt, auto loan debt, personal loans, and re-enter the economy. By and large, people who file for consumer bankruptcy, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, do not have the chance to relieve their student loans. So bankruptcy, first of all, is like such a powerful tool, but a lot of people don't relieve their student loans. The thing that Miss did is she read our content and participated in our community and learned about how you can actually try and discharge your student loans in bankruptcy. There is a way to do it. It's just that it's quite expensive for people to hire lawyers and it's quite complicated. So most people don't try, and you need to meet certain criteria in order to have a chance at doing it. So all of these barriers usually stop people from giving it a shot. But that didn't stop Ms. And she's like such an inspiring person because of how motivated she was. So she actually went through the process, which took about a year, to try and discharge her student loans after she had filed for bankruptcy. And she was, of course, successful, that she was able to get a settlement that went from something like $350K in debt to only having to pay about $7,500,
Yes.
around $7,200. So
Yes.
That is what's extraordinary about what Ms. did. So does that all make sense?
Yeah, the cool thing about this, a lot of times I am just like one of my subscribers. I get a chance to hear when individuals come aboard and they're talking about different services that they offer. Most of the questions that I have are the same questions as they're going to have. Ms. had met a criteria. Can subscribers go to Upsolve and get assistance on seeing if they meet this criteria?
So we have educational articles that people can read on the general themes that need to apply to somebody's case in order for them to qualify for student loan discharges or have a shot, I should say. So we have general like educational articles that anybody can read. None of it is specific to a specific person's situation. But I mean, the most important thing to realize is that Upsolve provides free education. You can kind of think of it like Khan Academy, but for people who have financial hardship, so that you can learn about the different tools you have available. And really what we're trying to do is just give people who are everyday people the same tools that rich people have. I mean, rich people have teams of advisors that can help them. And of course, most people can't afford those tools. So we think they should be free and accessible to everyone. And obviously the internet and technology makes that possible.
I had done an interview a while back with a gentleman who was doing this documentary about two different classes of family, one in the poor neighborhood and one in the rich neighborhood. You know, you did a documentary. What did you learn? He said, I learned rich people usually have access to resources where poorer families tend not to have that same access. If we go to Upsolve, is there an individual who will be able to walk us through the process if we have questions?
Upsolve is a more of like an online tool and platform. We don't provide legal advice to folks. and we don't have lawyers on staff that give legal advice to anyone. It's more of a resource or a tool to empower people to navigate the process on their own. You can think of Upsolve kind of like a Mayo Clinic or a Khan Academy, more so than like an actual firm, which we're not.
So there is nobody that specializes in any area. I get and understand that you don't give out legal advice, but maybe just point us in the right direction. This might be aging myself, but we used to have like the Dewey Decimal System. Sorry. And you had the librarian in there going, it's over there in this section. So is there somebody there that might be able to assist somebody in going in the right direction? I guess is the best way to put it.
If people do have questions throughout the process, I mean, we do provide educational articles and we do share educational articles that are tied to general questions that people have. So we certainly provide advice along the lines of what you're talking about, just not any individualized legal advice to someone's specific situation.
No, I understand that. Do you guys keep track at all of the individuals that you help?
Yeah. I mean, we have relieved over $400 million in debt within the last 3 years. We're really proud of that.
Wow.
Yeah. And about 200,000 people per month visit Upsolve to consumer free education.
That's phenomenal. And just let me say this, if you're successful at what you do and people are satisfied, they will let other people know. The fact that you're doing that type of volume tells me that people not only are seeing satisfactory results, but they're very happy and they're letting other people know.
The one thing that's interesting though is like people feel a stigma sometimes around filing for bankruptcy. It's not as common as other services where people will just post on their Facebook newsfeed for all their friends to see. That has actually been a challenge in terms of our own growth.
You're having a challenge growing, huh? It doesn't sound like that. It sounds like you're doing very good. Do you guys have your own educational like YouTube channel by any chance?
We have a YouTube channel. It's not that active though. We have more invested in like finding people through Google search results.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you wanted to, just go ahead and plug your YouTube channel, let individuals know what's there in case they want to go and look at it. By all means, go ahead and do so, because we want as many people to have access to the information.
That's a great idea. I think it's just Upsolve, like UPSOLVE.
Just like the company name. Other than bankruptcies, what other services does Upsolve provide?
We have an online community for people to support each other emotionally, especially people who are in financial distress. That's the main point of the online community. And then we have thousands of articles about different topics related to financial distress: student loans, wage garnishment, eviction, repossession, debt collection, mortgages. We have rebuilding your credit. Like we have articles about all of that.
I love this. Do you ever say to somebody, look, bankruptcy might not be the best route for you. There could be something different that you'll benefit from. Do you ever evaluate what their situation is and maybe make a suggestion to them?
Yeah, so we don't tell people what they should do based on their specific circumstances, but we do give people a number of options and let them choose. And of course, we educate people about the other things they can do to deal with their debt issues. And certainly bankruptcy is a last resort for folks. So whether it's nonprofit credit counseling, trying to negotiate themselves directly with their creditors, especially if they don't have that much debt, there's like obviously other options that could be a better fit than bankruptcy for a lot of people. And people can get education about that on our website.
You're very careful about your wording. So, and I appreciate that and I understand that, because you don't give legal advice and you don't tell the people what they could do. Basically what you're saying is, look, we have some very valuable information we want to share with you, and we might make suggestions on probably the best route for you. It's up to you to make the decision.
We never make suggestions to people on the best route for them.
Okay.
We just present them with the options and let them choose.
Got you. Okay. That's important though, and I understand that. If you want, can you just go into, is there more you want to tell people about Upsolve?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think anybody who wants to get some support on their situation, learn more about how to overcome their debt, and wants to find some community around a group of people overcoming their debt together, Upsolve is one resource that's on the internet that we're happy to help people with. So people should feel free to just go to upsolve.org and learn more.
So it's not just bankruptcy, you also help with credit cards?
Bankruptcy helps relieve credit card debt. We don't help people find credit cards or anything like that. And we don't offer credit cards. No, we don't do anything really with credit cards.
No, I'm sorry. What I was saying, besides bankruptcy, do you guys help them find a way to organize, probably is a better way to budget? Like you got credit cards. How do you take care of your credit cards?
Yeah, we do have articles along those lines, and we're planning on creating more.
This is awesome. This is actually right in the arena in which a lot of these people ask questions about and talk about. So if I have a place where I can send them, where they can have access to a ton of resources, information that can assist them, whether it's with credit cards, student loans, car payments, mortgage payments, at the very last resort, if need be, they got to file bankruptcy. You have information on all of that. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Am I missing anything?
There's a lot of other financial issues that people have, right? Like wage garnishment, repossessions, eviction. So we have like articles and education about those topics as well.
Rohan, before we close, just want to offer you one more time the platform. Is there anything you want to share in addition to what we talked about? Let people know about all of your other websites that you have. Any other access to?
Upsolve's the only website I have that I work on. So just feel free to check it out. And thanks so much for the opportunity to share.
I really appreciate this. The people who listen to the show, they are constantly looking for ways to get help, especially these days. And I would imagine with us dealing with the coronavirus that you guys have seen an uptick in people coming over to your platform.
I think more people are interested in learning about financial distress more broadly. Some people who actually, like, because of debt collection and eviction moratoriums combined with unemployment benefits, like there actually has been a downtick in bankruptcies, but that doesn't mean that like there won't be a rise in the future, especially as moratoriums end.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Sir, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit here and have a quick chat with me about what it is Upsolve does. I'm eager to share this with individuals who really are just looking for some type of assistance, some type of help. And your company's doing a phenomenal job of doing that with that many people coming to you per month. To me, that says everything about you guys. People are finding you. Word of mouth is getting out, and they're obviously satisfied, or they would not be letting others know about you. Thank you for everything that you do.
Thanks so much. And so grateful to share more about our nonprofit with folks. Take care. Bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. So there you have it, folks. That's Rohan with Upsolve. Again, it's Upsolve, upsolve.org. You can join their website. In there is a ton of different articles and information to help you. The platform, what it's done is centralized as much information on different topics regarding debt as possible. There is a community once you sign up, so other individuals are helping you. So if you go into the community and you post questions, they will respond to the questions. There's lots of people in there, and it's a great way for you to get support, and it's free. They also have a YouTube channel. I'll post a link for both the YouTube channel as well as their website for you guys to go check out. I hope this helps. I was impressed with Mis Loe. She was able to take a $350,000 student loan, and with the information that she got, negotiated it all the way down to $7,200 that she has to pay over the next 10 years. Now, I know in NESARA, we talk about debt forgiveness is like yours, Pimpy, just take it all away. I understand that. I tried like heck to find out why some people had their debt discharged and why others did not. I cannot find any correlation or any rhyme or reason as to why individuals had their debt removed. If I found out, I would have more than gladly shared it with you. But until then, use these resources and these tools if you are stuck in a situation and you can't afford a lawyer like Mis Loe did. Then go over to this community and reach out to them. There are people in there that are knowledgeable. They've already been there, done that. They can help point you in the right direction so you're not spinning your wheels in the mud, so to say. So I hope this helps you guys. Let me know what you think. Hit the thumbs up button. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.